everybody. Welcome back to Red Wine and Wit. I'm Jody.
And I'm Diddy.
And this is a special episode of Red Wine and Wit today where we are going to be breaking into the sparkling wines today. Woohoo! Here's a big round of applause for that. I love playing with this. It's so much fun. We brought special provisions today. We have our cheese and prosciutto on this board, and we have a little bowl of grapes. Oh, they're so good. Oh, we don't have enough space. Then we need a bigger stage area.
Too bad you can play the music while we're on.
Well, wait.
Like the dun.
I think YouTube has its own, so they like to do their own.
Okay,
all
ready?
Right, so Denny's opening this bottle of wine. You gotta be very careful with the sparkling wines because the cork is under pressure. So this is Breathless by Penelope. Brut Rosé, and we're excited to try this one. This thing is like making a lot of sparklies on the screen. So, all right, so Denny, tell them how you do it.
So
don't point it at me. That's a big thing.
Don't do this.
No, don't do that. It's not right.
That one is going to be like the Christmas story.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's not good.
Poke your eye out.
You're going to shoot your eye out. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And if you want to, don't do any of this deal.
Well, if you do that deal, you better know how to do it because there is a
skilled people can do that.
Skilled people can do that, but that's something that you learn somewhere along. Yeah. All right, so you took the cage off. This is called the cage.
I did take off the wrapping. I usually prefer it on the bottom, but if it's not, you just kind of tear around the bottom.
And this thing is the cage that you have to just twist the little end off until it opens up, and then you can just pull it right off of there. So make sure you do those things first before you try to open this bottle.
Okay, and then always the next thing is just safety. Don't
point it at anybody.
Don't put it in a direction that will hurt somebody.
Right.
So since we're not going to go this way, we're going to go this way where it's going out.
Not
this
towards
way.
Me.
All right.
Going that way.
So, I'm looking at the cameras.
Yeah, it's opposite.
Okay. I'm trying to put it out here, but I'm putting it out there. It's not like there, so you can't see it. So I'm gonna go straight up. How about that? We're just going.
Can you do it straight up?
Yeah.
You're gonna spill
what I'm gonna do is I didn't shake it. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna grab it, and if you notice, I have my top like this, so it won't go anywhere. It will stay right here. All right. So I'm just gonna twist.
Yay! Oh, we're gonna have some more. Oh, look at that! You got Toby all excited.
Okay. So if you didn't shake it up,
it won't actually.
It would do
overflow.
this. If you did anything shaking it up, you're gonna get like the whole movie.
What you see in the movies,
where it's gonna go all over the place.
All right. So this is a sparkling wine. So we serve these. You should serve these in flutes. So we still have ours with our bride and groom little tassels on them. So I love that. Oh, that's a nice pour. Look at him doing it. It's pink. I love pink champagne, y'all. Okay, so this is what I learned. This one's mine. That one's yours.
Oh, I gotta put it down.
This is what I learned. So whenever you get champagne, unless it's in the United States, you can't use the word champagne unless it is actually made in France, in the region of Champagne. So this is technically a Rosé Brut. And yeah, I'm excited about this. It looks very pretty. Check it out. Isn't that gorgeous? My lights are off today, so it's really hard to see, but I love all the bubbles. The bubbles are fancy. Super, super. Oh, look at them.
Oh, no.
Don't do that. Don't drink that.
I need a towel.
No, I know. Aiden, we need provisions.
I didn't think it was going to do that. So.
Well, now we just learned something new today. So that should stop it for now. That's good.
I think it was going to be like the Aiden. Our son.
That's okay though.
Aiden,
we got something to stop it, so that was good.
Aiden, we need some paper towels.
Aiden, we need paper towels. Go grab some paper towels and just reach them around the corner.
I was thinking it'd be like putting the strawberries or something.
Oh, I think it has to be in there first, and then it would actually
this one did a very big reaction.
It did.
This.
Paper towel's coming.
I just wasted half a drink.
Oh, no. Oh, look at that. That's so funny. Okay, got it. Thanks.
Stagehand over here.
That's good. Look at that. That's enough. That's good.
All right.
You got it. You got it good. Yeah. All your glass is all wet now. That's a bummer.
I didn't even
That's
get to have
all
a
right.
drink yet.
I know.
But I
was
got
waiting
like
for you.
I got a grape in there.
You got a grape. I'll wait until I drink mine down a little bit, and then I'll be ready.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
Don't
drop things into your champagne glass.
I was experimenting and on live.
See, and now you know.
On live, I got it.
On live video. Look at that. Can't
All right.
undo that. Okay, so cheers, honey.
Cheers.
Here's to the end of 2020. Whew. Well, that's very refreshing. It's light. It's not sweet. It's very balanced and very mellow. It's got a little tart flavor to it.
I was gonna say
taste,
tart.
Yeah, I can taste the tart fruit flavors.
I wouldn't
in there.
really. Yeah, I would agree. It would not be sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It would be tart, but not so tart that it's going to make you squint or anything like that. It's just a.
Not gonna pucker your lips.
It's like how it is. It's like a rosé.
It is like a rosé. It's pretty decent. I'm okay with it.
It's better on the second pass.
Oh, yeah.
Got to turn off your notification.
I did forget to turn off my notifications. We're just not doing a very good job today, are we? I'm telling you. We're all over the dang place. My lights aren't in. You're making a mess all over the table and wasting champagne. So there are other words for sparkling wine that you'll see all over
I guess
whenever
it's
you
to
go to
indicate
the...
how much we're kind of screwed up this year. So
maybe it's kind of the fitting into the 2020 fiasco.
just discombobulated, trying to
So-
get back to normal.
So this is what I learned. There are other words for champagne that because they can't use the word champagne. So in Germany, we learned that sect is their version of like a sparkling wine, like a champagne. And in Italy, it's prosecco. So you see words kind of like that you'll see out, in from other regions of the world that are not in Champagne, France. They can't call it champagne. So
What do they call it? How they say it in France?
champagne.
Champagne.
Yes, it's a fancy French word, and it's actually a region in France where they actually make those grapes that produce champagne, and it's yummy. My phone's still doing that. Ah.
How about we just added everything
right?
Interruptions today.
All right, so I am having a piece of Gouda and a piece of prosciutto. I didn't even say that right. Prosciutto, which is thinly sliced fancy ham.
That's what we needed for when we made some, eggs Benedict.
Yeah, we did. That is delicious, and I think it's very nice and complimentary with this wine.
So we got to think of New Year's resolutions.
Well, I think 2021 is going to be like a year for do-overs, because there's a lot of things we didn't really get to do in 2020 that we planned to do.
Oh man, no real concerts.
No, I know, and football games, and just I had like 3 business trips planned for 2020 that I didn't get to go to, and one of them has been rescheduled, so I'm looking forward to that if it still holds, because it's in early March, so who knows. And then, I don't know, I had a change of heart with the whole year about which direction I want to go. So I'm thinking that 2021 is going to be a year for new adventures and new ideas and new explorations. I'm excited about it. It's going to be good. And I think that,
I plan to drink more water.
I'm definitely trying to drink more water, eat healthier snacks, and stay away from sweets. And a little less of this, because I drink a lot of that. A lot of wine. Yeah. So, yeah, I need to be better to myself, kinder to myself, take better care of myself. So that's on my agenda too for this year.
Run more.
Run more. Yeah,
I need to run more.
I started running and I
ran
hurt my
hard.
knees.
I ran I didn't run throughout the year at all, I don't think.
You're busy with school.
Yeah, it shouldn't be an excuse though.
It's not, but
I mean, it was more.
It's been a hard year for everybody for everything because well, you were doing work full time and school full time. That's a lot.
Well, I still got that coming this next year too. It was more difficult because there was a lot of COVID restriction type things. And
yeah, we can't go places and do stuff. So hopefully this year will be a little bit better for that. This is kind of nice. It's kind of like we got the grapes, we got the charcuterie board, and then we got our little, wine here or fruit. Again, it's reminding me of the wine bars that I used to like to go to, like when I was living in Fort Worth. And we had these cool wine bars that had where you can get a flight of wines and you can get a charcuterie board or you can get other types of complimentary appetizers to kind of go with your wine. It was a great place for happy hour after work. All of us ladies would go after work. It was really nice.
So I remember a trivia thing that I have in one of my old trivia books about wines.
And what was that?
Now this book is older, so I don't know if the law has changed since then. But they did say that in Topeka, Kansas, it's on the books that it's illegal to drink wine out of a coffee cup.
Really? That is crazy.
Weird laws.
Crazy. Weird laws that are still in the books. Yes, absolutely. That's so weird. I always wonder if
I have to look it up and see whether even it still exists or not.
I always wonder if different states have different alcohol volume laws for wine, because if you go from state to state, they have different wine volume or not alcohol volume. No, alcohol volume for beer. So, excuse me, that came right through my nose. Oh, sometimes if you go from one state to the next and you buy the same beer, sometimes it has a lower alcohol percentage because that state doesn't allow it to be whatever it was.
I think that for those who are out there watching this, go into the comments and tell about any weird law that you know in your state, or if you just know a weird law about wine or drinking. I mean, wasn't it how long ago was it? Wasn't it for a moment in time that was it Las Vegas? The drinking age was 18, while the rest of the world was 21.
I think they were the last holdouts because it was 18 across the board, right around the time that I was getting close to 18, and then they changed it to 21. So I was like, that just added 3 more years.
I do know that when I lived in Delaware, I told you this before, where since Delaware is no tax state, if you are you can only take a certain amount of alcohol, say a case or something like that.
Oh, out of Delaware, out of the state line.
But if you have a certain amount over that amount, I don't know what it is. Don't quote me on what it is. Let's just say you had 2 cases. Whatever. You had 2 cases in your car. It's not like you're trying to, what do they call it?
Smuggle it out.
Yeah, not contraband, but whatever it is. It's not like you're trying to do that. But if you had 2 cases and they actually pulled you over and seen you had 2 cases, they can literally ticket you and fine you for that.
Oh.
For trafficking.
Trafficking.
Yes.
Oh, that's the word. Oh my gosh.
Because people have been going and buying things in the state at no tax and selling it for more in other states.
Oh, I'm sure they were. That's making
Matter
a
of fact,
profit.
certain really underground stores are doing that. Buying big bulks and trucks.
Ooh, that sounds like prohibition.
Well,
that's
no,
funny.
it's just a tax evasion is really what it comes down to.
That's exactly what it is. Well, one thing I do like is how pretty this really is. Look at how pretty it is. It is gorgeous. Beautiful color. So this is Breathless by Penelope. Let's learn a little bit about Breathless by Penelope. It's a California sparkling wine. I dedicate this series to the lineage of women that shaped me. I was lucky to grow up with 2 great-grandmothers, 2 grandmothers, my mom, my great-aunts, and my dear sister. They all worked hard, raising families, running businesses, and following their muses, even when it took them down paths normally reserved for men. Their stronger, adventurous spirits are always with me, whether I'm setting a table or negotiating a deal with my grape growers. I know they'd be proud that I'm giving the sparkling world a run for its money with this refreshing, fruit-forward wine thanks to the support of my angels. So there you go. We mentioned it. Fruit-forward. I do like this picture on the front of here. That must be one of her women in her life that has influenced her. But that's Penelope is her name, her first name. But yeah, it is a fruity one, but it's not a sweet fruity one. It's just has that fruity and that refreshing flavor in your mouth, which is really, really nice. I'm totally digging this. And look, we killed the charcuterie tray. So that's the last of that. Was that dinner?
Probably.
I could have eaten that for dinner and been totally happy. It was actually fantastic. I'm loving it. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do we think here?
In comparison to champagnes or non-called champagne?
All the sparkling wines. We'll go all sparklings. I'd say about an 8. I think that's an 8. It's easy to drink, obviously. Look at my husband's.
I could probably agree with that.
Knocking it down. You can agree with the 8? I think it works. I think it's an 8. I think I'll do.
I think it outdoes your standard Brut.
Like that cheap stuff we buy at the Walmart and whatnot. Some of that stuff is good.
I think the Brut with the sweeter one.
You're not talking about the spumantes, are you? The spumante is a completely different thing. That's more like a sparkling ice wine. That stuff is so sweet. I do like me some spumante from time to time. Like your Asti spumantes. We had some really good ones over in Germany when we were there.
I don't think I'd want I think the dry ones are a little tough.
Yeah, there's some tough ones to drink, and they give you a really nasty headache, too. I don't know what that's about.
Reason why we're burping is because this is sparkly bubbles.
It's very bubbly. Lots of bubbles. But I really enjoy the bubbles in moderation.
And don't drop grapes in it.
Don't drop a grape in it, because that's really bad. So here we are. We are wrapping up the end of 2020. And this wine blog is quite new still. So we're still kind of feeling our way around and figuring it out. But listen, if you like this kind of content and you want to continue to see more of this type of stuff, be sure to hit that on this way. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down the bottom of the corner and get notifications every week when we do these wine tastings. We do this every Tuesday now, and I think we've settled on 5 o'clock on Tuesdays. That's Central Time. So come back and join us next week, and the week after that, and the week after that, and check out the actual wine blog at redwineandwit.com. And we are happy to close out 2020 on a high note. I'm going to consider this, the perfect way to end the year. I want to go out strong, right? And I'm sure you do too, right? So starting this wine blog this year, I think has been one of those things that it's just my passion, my love. I love doing the wine thing, and I enjoy this, and I've roped my husband somehow into doing this with me. And I love doing this together. So I think that's a really great way to kind of end 2020 and kickstart 2021. So, but yeah, we're ready to say goodbye to 2020 and kickstart the new year. So we hope that you guys had a fantastic holiday season and that you are doing as we are and ending on a high note and looking forward to bigger and better things in 2021. So happy holidays, happy new year, and here's to bigger and better adventures next year. Cheers, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.